5 a.m. hour. Jesus is in prison. My prisoner Jesus, I wake up and do not find you. My heart pounds violently, longing for your love. Tell me, where are you? My angel, take me to Caiaphas's house. I go around and around. I search everywhere, but I do not find you. Quick, my love, remove the chains that keep my heart bound to yours and draw me to yourself so that, pulled by you, I may take flight and throw myself into your arms. Already wounded by my voice, oh my love, you want my company and you draw me to you. I see that they have put you in prison, and while my heart leaps for joy on finding you, it feels wounded by sorrow on seeing how badly they have abused you. I see you with your hands bound behind you to a column, your feet tied, your most holy face bruised, swollen and bleeding from the cruel blows you receive. Your most holy eyes look dark, weary, and anguished from sleeplessness. Your hair is disheveled, and your most sacred body is bruised all over. What is more, you can neither help nor clean yourself because you are bound. Oh my Jesus, with sobs I embrace your feet, and I say to you, oh, what have they done to you, my Jesus? And you respond, come, my child, pay attention to what I do, and do it with me, so that I may continue my life in you. To my amazement, I see that instead of concerning yourself with your pains, with indescribable love, you concern yourself with glorifying the Father to make up to Him for all that we owe Him, and you call all souls around you to take all their evils upon yourself and to give them all your blessings. And since we are at the dawn of the new day, I seem to hear your most gentle voice saying, Holy Father, I give you thanks for all that I have suffered and for all that remains for me to suffer. As this dawn brings the day, and as the day makes the sun arise, so too let the dawn of grace arise in all hearts. And, forming the day, may I, divine Sun, arise in all hearts and reign over all. O Father, look at these souls. I want to answer to you for everyone, for their thoughts, words, deeds, and steps, even at the cost of my blood and of my very life. My Jesus, boundless love, I unite with you. I too give you thanks for all that you have made me suffer and for all that remains for me to suffer. I beg you to make the dawn of grace rise in all hearts, so that you, divine Son, may rise in all hearts and reign over everyone. My sweet Jesus, I see that you also make reparation for all the first fruits of the day in thoughts, words, and affections that are not offered to you to give you honor. You call into yourself, as something owed to you, all the thoughts, words, and affections of creatures to make reparation for them and to give the Father the glory that He ought to receive from them. My Jesus, divine Master, in this prison we can spend an hour together. Since we are alone, I not only want to do what you do with you, but I also want to tidy you up, to arrange your hair and to fuse myself in you. That is why I draw near to your most holy head and arrange your hair. I want to make reparation to you for so many twisted and carnal minds that do not give you a single thought. Fusing myself in your mind, I want to adore all your thoughts in you, to make reparation for all sinful thoughts, and for so many stifled lights and inspirations. I want to make all thoughts one with your thoughts, to give you true reparation and perfect glory. My afflicted Jesus, I kiss your eyes, so sad and full of tears. With your hands bound to the column, you cannot dry them nor clean the spittle with which the soldiers have dirtied you. And since the position they have bound you in is excruciating, you cannot close your weary eyes to rest. My love, how willingly I would make a bed with my arms to give you rest. I want to dry your eyes, to ask your forgiveness and to make reparation for all the times when we did not intend to please you, when we did not try to see what you want from us, what we must do, and where you want us to go. And I want to fuse my eyes and the eyes of all creatures in yours to make reparation with your own eyes for all the evil that we have done with our sight. My pitiable Jesus, I kiss your most holy ears. The insults of the night and the sinful echoes of creatures' sins weary your ears. I ask your forgiveness, and I make reparation for all the times you have called us and we were deaf or pretended not to hear you. When you, my wearied Jesus, repeated the calls but in vain, I want to fuse my ears and the ears of all creatures in yours to make continuous and complete reparation, so that the spiritual ears of all creatures will open, listen to your divine summonses, and follow them. My Jesus in love, I kiss your most holy face, red with bruises from the blows. I ask your pardon, and I make reparation for all the times you called us to be victims of reparation, and we joined your enemies to slap you and spit in your face. Ah, I am dying from grief. My Jesus, I want to fuse my face in yours, to restore your native beauty and to make complete reparation for all the contempt that has been heaped upon your most holy majesty. My suffering Jesus, I kiss your most sweet mouth, bruised by blows and parched by love. I want to fuse my tongue and the tongues of all creatures in your tongue to make reparation for all evil conversations and sins of speech. My thirsty Jesus, I want to unite all the voices of creatures with your voice, so that for all those who are about to offend you, your voice will run inside each voice and smother the voices of sin, changing them into voices of love and praise. Enchained Jesus, I kiss your neck weighed down by heavy chains. Ropes run from your breast, behind your back, and around your arms, keeping you tightly bound to the column. Your hands swell and redden from the tightness of the bonds, and from various places blood spurts from them. O bound Jesus, let me free you. If you love to be bound, I will bind you with chains of love. Instead of making you suffer, these sweet chains will soothe you. As I unfasten you, I want to fuse myself into your neck, your chest, your shoulders, your hands, your feet, making reparation with you for all the attacks of creatures, giving the chains of your love to everyone and repairing all the indifference. In the same way, I want to fill all hearts with your fire, for I see that you hold so much that you cannot contain it. I will make reparation for all the illicit pleasure and love of comfort, to give all souls the spirit of sacrifice and the love of suffering. I want to fuse myself in your hands to make reparation for all evil deeds, mine and those committed by others, for the good done in a bad way, or with presumption, and to give the fragrance of your good works to everyone. And I want to fuse myself in your feet, to enclose the steps of all men, to make reparation for them, and to give all souls your steps, that they may walk in holiness. My sweet life, as I fuse myself in your heart, permit me to enclose all affections, heartbeats, and desires in it. Let me make reparation for them with you, and give everyone your affections, heartbeats, and desires, so that no one may ever offend you again. But I hear the rattling of keys. Your enemies come to take you out of prison. Jesus, I tremble. I feel my blood freeze. In a moment, you will be back in the hands of your enemies. Then what will they do to you? I seem to hear the rattling of the keys to the holy tabernacles. How many profaning hands come to use them, perhaps even to make you descend into sacrilegious hearts? How many times when they carry you through the streets in procession, or for holy viaticum, do you meet enemies who despise and offend you? My prisoner Jesus, I want to stay with you in all your prisons of love, to watch when your ministers take you out, to keep you company, and to make reparation for all the offenses you suffer. I see that your enemies arrive. You greet the rising sun on the last of your days here on earth. As they take you out, they see your perfect decorum, and as you look at them with great love, they pummel your feet with such powerful blows that they leave your face covered with your precious blood. My love, in my sorrow I beg you to bless me before you leave this prison, and may your blessing strengthen me to follow you throughout the rest of your passion. Reflection for the 5 a.m. hour. Jesus is placed in prison, bound to a column, immobilized and smeared with spittle and mud. He searches for my soul to cleanse him and keep him company. Am I happy to be alone with Jesus? Or do I seek the company of others? Is Jesus my only breath and my only heartbeat? If I hold everything that is inside of me, sorrows, irritations, as if they were my own, I will never be alone with Jesus. I must hold what surrounds me and even the creatures as if they belonged to Jesus, that they may surround him like a retinue. On the other hand, if I hold them as if they concerned me, I will never be alone with Jesus. That is why I must lay everything, both interior and exterior, that concerns me around Jesus to keep him company, and I shall be satisfied only with Jesus. May Jesus be my only breath, my only heartbeat. Am I careful to change all the offenses that creatures do to me into love? With Jesus in prison, do I have the strength, the promptness to jail myself in Jesus for love of him? To make us like him, loving Jesus binds our souls. But how? With hardship, oppression, sorrow, and every other kind of mortification. Are we happy to be bound by Jesus in the prison where his love places us? That is, in darkness, oppression, and even worse? Jesus is in prison. Do I think that my prison ought to be similar to that of Jesus? Do I feel the strength and readiness to imprison myself in Jesus for his love? My afflicted Jesus yearns for my soul to untie him and sustain him in the sorrowful situation that confronts him. Do I yearn only for the company of Jesus, to free me from the chains of every passion and bind me to his heart with even stronger chains? Do I place my pains around suffering Jesus, to remove the spittle and mud that sinners hurl at him? Jesus prays in prison. Is my prayer with Jesus constant? My enchained Jesus, you became a prisoner out of love for me. I beg you then to imprison in you all that I am, my mind, my tongue, my heart, so that I will no longer be free and you will have absolute dominion over me.